Where's my stream? Oh, there it is. Here. All messages. Come on. Okay, alright. There we go. Man. I slept so little last night. Not because I couldn't sleep, it's more like I was supposed to go to bed at midnight, right? But like I have been really wanting to play Minecraft for such a long time that I start playing it past midnight and I keep playing it until 4 a.m. So yeah, that's definitely not good for my sleep schedule. Hopefully I'm not going to start to feel sleepy midway into the stream. Hopefully, maybe. I did have 6 hours of sleep though. So it should be enough, right? Shouldn't be that bad. Okay, alright. Go straight to the story. Today, I wanna see if I can... What hour is today? Almost 3 p.m. I wanna see if I can go up until EA5. Because then on the next 2 streams, which by the way I already give up the idea of being able to finish the story in 3 streams. It's definitely going to be 4 in total. I feel like this story is going to be long, considering what happened on EA1. But yeah, hopefully I will be able to read up until EA5, so then on the next... maybe actually until EA4. Yeah, so then on the next 2 streams I do EA5 and 6, and then I have the purely story one, and then 7 and 8 and another purely story one. Yeah, I think that's the aim for today then. Read up until EA4. Okay, alright, enough stalling. The faster I start, the more I can read. EA2, but only farewell. You brim with sincerity, yet ask for nothing more. Go. I should open the window. A little bit more ventilation for my room. Wow, there are so many people here. Sorry, please make way. I've been to Millington Street already. It was picked clean ages ago. The shops are still open, but the shelves are all empty. Even the shopping bags are gone. Oh, it's another shortage going on here. Kremen said they had stuff left here, so I ran 5 blocks only to find not even a single foul beast feather left. Might as well go back and grab my crossbow and sneak past the guards to hunt in the dark woods. At least I might get some real meat before I starve. What? You have really gone crazy from hunger now. Going to the forest is a death wish. You're not crazy? Stop talking like you know anything. Oh boy. Who are you to say I don't know anything? The grain store on Langren Street, Emma's place, you know about it? Haven't had a chance to check it out yet. What of it? I went to there and had a look. There's no grain left, but from what Emma says, it's all because of those bloody Victorians. Oh Man, I think they were already not very united before. With this, they're going to start fights even more. The Victorian bastards have been blockading us since forever. This isn't new, so why act like it's a big shock? Because their spies have already infiltrated Nassauisi. Oh no, what is this now? Come again? When Emma went to visit the AG plate, she saw the shared remains with her own eyes. Dublin is still investigating. Bloody hell, we should have struck back the minute Tara gained independence. No, guys, please. You're right about one thing though. You should go get your crossbow. Not to hunt, but to root out the traitors. But of course, if I caught them, I wouldn't let them off that easily. A quick death is too good for them. Oh no, they're still thinking about the tail situation with Cullen. I wonder if... Okay, they are angry, obviously, because of the food shortage and also the whole history they have with Victorians, but I wonder if their feelings isn't somewhat amplified by the Blunder's flames. I don't think so. I don't think... It doesn't seem like Blunder's powers have any... What should I say? Affects people's emotions that much. It's just the zombification, really. Maybe. Who knows? Yes, the stores have been cut off from the supply of grain. Boiled a few potatoes for Cullen, but is it enough? There are too many people here. I will take another route. Lots of them are armed too. Are they planning to hunt down Victorian spies? But there's no grain left in the city. What does that have to do with the Victorians? But I'll be fine. If I am Mr. Cullen's apprentice, everyone knows that. Don't be afraid, Estelle. No one will hurt you. Theo crouches down and squeezes through the crowd, making his way to the opposite corner of the street. He nimbly slips through a dark, narrow passage and emerges on the other side of a brick wall. The noise of the crowd gradually fades from his ears. See? No one gave me any trouble. Mr. Cullen must still be busy with the dragon sculpture. By the time he notices what's going on around him, all the stores will be empty. I need to help him. Still wondering if Blunder's flames are able to amplify people's emotions or something, because when they were talking about people being tainted by the flames of death, it did sound like some form of emotion, and a somewhat emotionally related. But I think I'm jumping the gun a little bit too much. Maybe all this outrage that these people are having are indeed just because of the food shortage and their, how should I say, prejudice against the Victorians. historical prejudice against the Victorians. Take this and give them to the neighbors. Tell them not to worry. What about you, or Nemos? Will she have anything to eat? Instead of giving us grain, it will be more useful to help everyone catch the spies. Otherwise, we will never get to the root of the problem. I will go. Please let everyone know. But for now, just take them. Nemo stands with the leader, so it's only natural to endure a little hardship for everyone's sake. Alright then. Thank you. Hey, Kulam, you must have more where that came from, right? Besides, how did you know you would be running out of grains? Did Nemo tip you off in advance or... What are you saying, Rory? If you don't want any, fine. How do I know you or Nemos aren't spies? Oh no, there's already some seeds of discord among them. We have both been raising that Victorian boy together. Get out. What? Did I hit a nerve? Am I right? Are you really... Kulam, I heard you have been distributing grain. Impeccable timing. So, where is it? Everything that's left is right here. Don't change the subject. You still haven't answered me. I have said everything I had to say. If you feel those potatoes will dirty your hands, then give them to someone else. Why you... Do you want them or not, Rory? If not, then let me have them. There are plenty of hungry bellies to feed. Don't be ungrateful. Now, give them here. Why should I? You don't want them, right? So give them to me. Fat chance. Oh boy. You're kidding me. The potatoes in the bag were very small. None had the usual oval shape. My arm! I can't do it. Fuck, man. I fucking suck at myself. Holy shit. I hate when they start screaming. God, he's bleeding. How could you turn a blade on a fellow Terran, Rory? I... Drop the sword. Don't make me use my hammer on you. You're the only one we can count on, Cullen. Where's Cullen from? Initially I thought he was a Minoan, but maybe is he a... No, he can be a Voover. Not with those ears. He might indeed be from Minos. Maybe. Something's been off about Rory lately. I will follow him a bit to check up on him. He's been out of sorts ever since his antique collection got burned in the war. As for his blade, just take it. Don't let him have it back. Kulam, The wound isn't too deep. Come here. I will stop the bleeding. As far as the grains, I will have Nemos think of a solution when she gets back. I know. Ow, 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 ow. I know. You are giving away everything you have. But, you know, you're not as scary as you look. Ow! Don't talk. Save the energy. I might have some cornmeal left at home. Let me check. You can have it. Then I will walk you home. Cullen, are you and Theo doing alright? Why is there blood in here? Rory lost control and slashed someone. Where's Theo? He left a while ago for... But... You... forget it. No one could have foreseen things getting so bad so quickly. How are things in the city? Rumors are spreading everywhere that the Victorians destroyed the AG plate, and Nassau Irsi is about to boil over. I know no one dared to go after Theo after we stood up for him, so we felt safe letting him run out, but this time, it's different. I have to go find him. Do you have time for that? Aren't you making that statue? It only needs to be finished before Samhain. There's still a little time left. Damn it! I will worry about Theo. You just focus on your work. Okay. Have you seen Theo? Theo? Where has that boy run off to? Slacking off again, no doubt. Cullen spoils him too much. You really should talk to him about that. Theo? Theo? What trouble has that boy gotten himself into this time? Have you seen Theo? Are you alright? Oh no, this guy might be already zombified, isn't he? Me? Yeah, I'm fine. Just... hungry. So, what is it? Did you say something? Just the person I was looking for. Has that boy Theo been up to anything suspicious lately? No, just keeping himself busy, as usual. Well, he better be. Theo? What are you doing here, Wake Woman? Wait, you're... Oh. The singer. What brings you here? You're the singer? How did this guy's still walking around with a military uniform, don't they? He's the doubling people. No, they are definitely. Yeah, they are associated with Blana, so they might be acting as, what should I say, the guards? The military of this place? I heard rumors of chaos in the city, so I thought there might be something I could do to help. Alas, there is not. All I have heard is that the supply shortage has caused by Victorian sabotage. Now that I think about it, who's spreading this information? Initially I just thought that it might be caused by paranoia of the people, but it could be intentional misinformation being spread. But if that were the case, why though? I don't think these people are strong enough to go to war. No, actually they might be. This is after the Civil War victorious, so a lot of people might probably be... a lot of the Victorian people might be weakened at this time. No, but if it were intentional, it wouldn't be from Eblana's side, maybe. I don't think she wants a war with Victoria at the moment. I don't know. It could only be paranoia though too. I have only ever run into the Victorian army by accident. And you and Kulon were the ones to save me at the time. Also, the information you have provided us on the Wakeman has been truly fascinating. Sorry sir, but I really don't have time to be reminiscing. But I could use your assistance. Kulon's apprentice, Theo, has gone missing. Can you help me look for him? I am unable to help with that. The city folk are angry enough at the Victorians to flay one alive. Why bother running around looking for a Victorian child? Forget it then. I will go look myself. Remember that the celebration will start in just over an hour. Don't you need to deliver the sacred instrument symbolizing the Wakesman's blessings to the venue? Sorry. I really must be going now. What do I do now? Oh, right at the right moment. Hello, Love Shiny. And I still think that is an awful disguise. I'm surprised that people are being tracked by this. Nemo, is that you? I have finally found you. What happened in the city? Oh, that was a short one. Oh, thank you. Maybe I just got to... For some reason that surprised me how short this EA2 before was. Maybe the EA1 before got me a bit too... How should I say? Ill accustomed? What's the word? Badly accustomed? Is set a bad standards maybe? I don't know what I can speak properly. EA2 after. Of course, because Love Shiny is so kind of obviously she was going to help. I have checked every inhabited street and found no sign of Theo anywhere. All I saw were the flames on the townsfolk growing ever stronger, as if a sudden gale had swept through. What's more, everyone just seems used to it at this point. Getting rid of the flames would only terrify them. They would only have numbness in their body. Does this mean it's too late for the people of Nassau Agency? No, I can't think that way. My first priority is to find Theo. Should go find that nomad named Bridget. And the one Nemos mentioned it. But would anyone really be willing to pitch a tent outside the city just because they can't get into the dark woods? Walk out along the right side of the guard outpost, then wade through the creek. I think this is it. A peril with blonde hair, tall, yet agile. This must be the Bridget Nemos mentioned it. You know me? No, I don't believe we have met before. Nemos asked me to come find you. My name is Reed. You... Oh? Bridget leans in slightly and twitches her nose twice, but does not otherwise react. Loveshine takes this to be the way that nomads greet each other. She definitely knows. You're not the red dragon from the city. Ugh, you know, she calls it. Let's go, finally! Finally someone's not tricked by this stupid disguise of reeds. What? I'm not a red dragon at all. I am just... Oh, come on. Come on, Love Shiny, come on now. You're not one. You're not the one from the city. You're a different one. A second dragon returning to the city. Just like the old stories. And you can tell with a single sniff? Sure can. Your flames smell different. But that's none of my business. What can I do for you, Reed? I was gone missing. Nemos told me you might have an idea where he is. I have heard you often chat with him when you're in town. He's missing? He went out this morning and never came home. And the city is in chaos today. We searched all over Nassau Irsi, but Nemos and I... Both Nemos and I. But there was no sign of him anywhere. But I saw him just before I left the city. He was doing fine. No, I can't say he was fine. Anyhow, I went to the Citadel after that, then left town. Haven't seen him since. Where the heck could he be? Theo? Theo? I could have knocked him out and carried him back with me when I had the chance. Say something, Theo! This time you're coming with me, you hear? Where are we, Bridget? This plate was dragged out during the war, supposedly to appease some noble or other, can't speak. But when they brought it back, it was left like this, barely clinging on to Nassau Irsi, and no one's bothered fixing it. Theo always hides out here when he's feeling wronged. Could he have left the city? I have only seen one person leaving the gates. Emma from Lagern Street. Theo sure wasn't with her. What's more, she was taking a cart full of who knows what to the entrance of the forest, all by her lonesome. She met up with someone there, they took the goods, then she came back by herself. Oh, those are definitely the grains. I wonder if the mist thingy is somewhat related to this whole grain scheme going on here. Could be someone's arts. Instead of a natural occurrence of the forest. Who knows? And she didn't notice you? The city folk don't see too well, or hear, or smell. Besides, I was pretty far from her. My little sister can have this much cold feet, she's a fire dragon for fuck's sake. Look, she just doesn't really want trouble, okay? And to be fair, who wants to get involved in a political scheme and being responsible for a group of people? I sure don't. I would be very happy to be able to push that responsibility to someone else. Besides, this comment here seems quite interesting. The city folk don't see too well, or hear, or smell. I wonder if this is just a way of speaking, of Bridget saying that the people don't have as good of senses as hers, or they are starting to feel numb to the things around them because of the flames. Like that guy which Nemos tried to ask about if he had seen Theo and he was dozing off a little bit. So she delivered a large shipment and returned by herself. Where did all those goods come from? What does this Emma do for a living? Runs a grain shop. I have delivered letters to her before. So a shopkeeper left the city and now keeps clothes at home. Seeing how this is the only leads we have, we should hurry over to Lagran Street. Oh, the Detective Reed is on the case now. Bridget? Reed? Hello. You wouldn't happen to have seen Theo around, would you? Theo? Did Nemo send you to find him? That's right. Nope, haven't seen him. Heaven knows where that boy runs off to. I hope he didn't skip down along with the spice that set the Asia plate on fire. It was set on fire? How can you... Bridget, we need to find him. How about Emma then? Have you seen her anywhere? She closed up shop early today. Actually, I came to see if she might be willing to reopen for me, but I guess I wasted the trip. There it is again, that cold burnt smell. It's been everywhere in Nassau-Irsey lately. I can't stand it. I've been meaning to ask, are you able to smell purple flames? Yeah, the scorched stench of the red dragon's flames. Lately, even the city folk have been reeking of it. It's not just the smell. The fire itself has spread to them. What? How? I don't see any flames on. So you can't see them either? I was gonna ask the same thing. You saying you can see the flames? Then again... makes sense. You being a dragon too and all. The city folk live so close to the other one, even worshipped her like a god. Yes, it was only a matter of time before they got burned. Emma, it's me, Bridget. Emma? Is she not in? That purple flame stench coming out of the keyhole? Must be someone in there. So, what now? Break in? I don't see any other options. Whoa, so Dragonfire can burn through locks too? Let's save that conversation for later. We need to get in there. Oh, Bridget, you don't even know how much those flames can do. You don't even know all the kabooms I have made before with those flames. All the all the torture that I have submitted to my iPads to. You have no idea how many FPS I have dropped with those flames. The torturer. Oh boy. Here, officer, have a drink. We may not have a proper feast, but there's more than enough booze to go around. Cheers. Oh, if it isn't our resident wake woman, the leader invited you to? I am here to represent the sacred instruments to the red to present the sacred instrument to the red dragon on behalf of the Wakeman. Oh, the offerings from the Wakeman? Let's see what you got. A whistle? And what else? Ugh. Somehow is almost upon us. The Wakemen do not have much left to offer. This is all they could spare. That's it? My sincerest apologies. Weren't you the one swearing to us you would bring those ritual doodads to give this celebration the dignity it deserves? Calling sacred rituals who supposedly mean a lot to your culture doodads is a little bit too much. I'm sorry. I didn't think it through. Who cares? It was a Nemo's idea, anyway. I was against it from the start. What's so auspicious about offerings from people who deal with ghosts and corpses all day? We should be glad they only gave us a whistle. Of course. Oh my god, these people, they all have the same sprite, but they are different NPCs. God damn it. Of course, you take her side. She saved your life. But we can't just laugh this off. Tell us, Wake Woman, how do you plan to take responsibility for this? Quiet. This was not solely her responsibility. If you truly wish to hold the Wakemen accountable for disrespecting the leader, we can revisit the matter later. Set aside the matter of the ritual objects for now. The leader sent me ahead to make sure everyone is enjoying themselves. These are difficult times, so we are keeping things simple. There will be no feast for the ceremony, but feel free to go and relax until she arrives. Not you, Wake Woman. I expect you to provide Her Highness an explanation for your failure. Perhaps you could take this chance to curry favor with the other officials. They could put in a good word for you later. I will pass on that, thank you. Quite the righteous one, I see. Brigadier, sir, these fellows, have they always been like this? Always? The bureaucrat once exhausted himself managing logistics for the Silver Rock Bluffs front. He went days without sleep, until he was so worn out that he nearly collapsed on the Nasaoirsi agricultural plate. The cruel officer is a cold-hearted scoundrel, to be sure. But during the war, the wealthy merchants and nobles hoarding grain near Nasaoirsi would tremble at the mere mention of his name. The torturer I have seen take pleasure in others wailing and screaming, but I have also seen him charge into the enemy ranks like a rabbit's tusk beast. Now though, had Her Highness not vetoed it, we would probably be enjoying a lavish banquet right now, even with the city as it is. I see. Maybe not the best people to have it at high-ranked positions, but definitely maybe the most loyal, I would imagine. Maybe. I mean, they were there fighting side by sides with their brothers and sisters in the war. So there is some level of loyalty to it. Will our dear guest Brigadier ever remove that stick from his arse? You look like you are in a bit of a mood too, bureaucrat. What's wrong? What's wrong is that the city is almost out of grain and I am responsible. Well, what can you do? It was a poor harvest. Besides, didn't I tell you to pin it on the Victorians? That Emigro said exactly what he told her to. And the townsfolk took the bait. So what's the problem? So it is! It was intentionally spread misinformation. Was right, but why though? It's just to avoid the blame? Or there's something else to it? No, maybe the Brigadier said himself, if it wasn't for a blood, they would be enjoying a lavish banquet right now. Maybe they are stealing the grains for themselves. Either to eat or maybe even sell it. And trying to push the blame to the Victorians, take advantage of the prejudice that current people have against them. That'd be really it though. It sounds so... I mean, not everything needs to be a grand scheme of things. Some elaborate reasons, some elaborate claim and fight for power. Even if there is a famine, these people treated the leader like a god. They would never turn on us. Never. Oh, famous last words. famous last words. If you make people angry enough, they will do anything. Don't keep counting on that, man. If people find out, they are going to be very, very angry. Now, if they are able to fight you guys or not, that's a different matter. Are you afraid Emma will spill the beans? No, she's been on edge since she got back, but she follows instructions to the letter. I'm not worried about that. What worries me is the merchant who met with her. There's been no word from him. Normally, would have heard something by this morning. They're selling the grains. It's fucking leeches. I wonder if Blunted. No, she might know about this. She might definitely know about this. If she does, I wonder if she's planning to get rid of them. Let them be consumed by her fire. So there is a little delay. What's the big deal? What are you guys muttering about over there? Oh, we were discussing that hero, Cullen. Oh, what about him? At the time he told us he took out a whole squad of Victorian scouts in the dark woods by himself. 4 or 5 men, by using the terrain to his advantage. He said there was one child left behind, but he couldn't bring himself to finish the job. Sound about right? But think about it. Why would a scout squad bring a child with them? The Wake woman already explained that. The scouts had taken hostages a group of merchants who would travel between Tara and Victoria, and forced them to guide them through the forest. Sure, I buy that there was a caravan, but the scout? I don't know about that. I feel like this kid is about to die at some point. I get this slightly suspicion that things are not going to end up very well for Theo over here. Please not, I'm so tired of having children die on the stories. But the scouts, I don't know about that. His throat getting dry, the rider grabs his mug, only to find it devoid of beer. I will go get you some more. The mysterious woman stands up and heads to the bar. The rider leans back in his chair. As has been his habit for many years, he sets about planning how to make the next part of his story captivating. However, as he thinks it's true, a sudden tightness grips his heart. Even if this woman is also a survivor, and even if she knows a thing or two about what happened, he cannot simply lay everything out there like he has been. At least, not for this next part. Heaven knows what she would have to say about it. This is just a story. A shadow cast on the wall, not the fire itself. A storyteller must always remember this, or they will find themselves consumed by the flames. Here you are, your beer. Thank you kindly. Now, where were we? The Blinner's ugliness at the ceremony banquet. Oh, right. Well then, the true star of the party is about to make her entrance. The true star of the party is about to make her entrance. But until then, Dublin's ugly visage will remain, so hideous that no one can face it directly. Well, What is it? There's something crawling on my head. It may be freezing here in Nassau City, but at least there are still bugs. Don't move, I'll grab it. Wait. The banquet hall suddenly quiets down. Everyone is staring at the bureaucrat's head, where a beetle is perched. A solid gold beetle. One of the decorations fell down. Go on, put it back. The officer removes the gold beetle from the bureaucrat's head and places it in his palm. The bureaucrat lets out a sigh of relief. He is about to place the beetle back in its original spot, when it flutters its diamond-encrusted wings, flies a short distance towards the door, and lands in the center of the hall. He takes a few steps forward, and the beetle, as if tempting him, crawls a little further ahead. Also, suspicious. Is this someone's art? It has to be. Such enthusiasm, Mr. Bureaucrat. Your Highness? I just wanted to catch the stray beetle for you. Of course. Why would I blame you for that? Oh, right then. By the way, about the sacred instruments I reported to you about. A trifling matter. What is truly important is that my faithful servants be rewarded for this victory. Eblana picks up the beetle from the ground and flattens her palm. The beetle buzzes as it flies towards the door. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the very hall where the treasures of the ancient King Gale were once displayed. The furnishings had all been looted by the Victorians, as they are wont to do. As they are wont to do? What then? Is this a typo again? But we have finally returned most of them to their rightful places. That beetle you're chasing was awarded personally to a capable official. He was praised for his tireless work in gathering every last grain of the harvest and storing it in the treasury. Another typo, I imagine. And now, you're worthy of the same. Without you, our army would likely have collapsed from hunger 100 times over. We'll chase it down, for it is yours. As long as it is willing to land on you, you will always have the right to collect our grain. Yes, thank you. Now then. Eblana scans the room. Some stare intently at the bureaucrat's back, wondering what rewards they will receive, while others cannot help but glance at the other treasures in the room. The sword that enforces the law, the cloud beast that listens to appeals, the knot that records history, the crystal teardrops that symbolize compassion. It seems none of you can stand to wait any longer. How about this then? Everyone, feel free to take whatever in this room you desire. Bruh. In an instant, it is as if all the treasures come to life, moving on their own. Oh, that's interesting. The cloud beast statue starts running, the crystals starts rolling, the knot begins to twist, and even the ceremonial sword's studs with Sargonian jewels breaks free from its stand, hopping comically towards the door. Oh, my servants, these are my rewards for your loyalty. It is unclear who takes the first step, but once he does, the tide is unstoppable. The crowd chases after the treasures, surging out of the banquet hall. That part sounded a bit too fairy tale-y to me in some way. I wonder if, okay, because this whole thing is a we are getting this from a perspective of a story being told, right? And there was the mention of the writer saying how much of this he should tell to the mysterious woman, because it would be too much for her or something along those lines. I wonder if this part specifically wasn't a creation of his to hide some other events, not have to explicitly say what exactly transpired in this banquet. Because it is very magical of a thing, having all these treasures come to life and having all these people needs to run after them. I mean, it could be seen as a metaphor if it was indeed the case of the writer deciding to change a few aspects of the story to not have to display the whole truth. It could be seen as a metaphor for their greed of these high-ranking officials. Anyhow, either case, story continues. Where did I plan to go up to the EA4, right? Yeah, EA4, so then I can do this other ones. Okay, alright. EA3, Suspicion and Impulse. I want to make up for the past and to return home. Other than that, I ask for nothing more. A beetle flies through the dark alley. It flaps its wings furiously, but only manages to find its way into an abandoned block, just a few souls tread anymore. Its golden body is too heavy, weighed down even further by the gems on its wings. It can only fly a short distance before coming to a rest in a gap between the stone tiles. Found you! Got it! I got it! You have only got your bag. Now help me get these crystals before they fall into the ditch. Coming. Hold on. I am going to get my cut if I help you, right? Sure, just hurry. You don't want to see these crystals end up in the ditch, do you? Sweet cloud beast, you're mine. Good. All the gems on the sword are there. Where is the Brigadier and the others? Who cares? There goes. The bureaucrat tucks away the parasite, while the officer eagerly watches the crystal tears drop again and again. The ombudsman brusquely manhandles the cloud beast, while the torturer raises the sword as though it's conferred power over life and death. Oh wait, hold on. The bureaucrat tucks away the parasite. Also eagerly watches the crystal tears drop again and again. Oh, this is very symbolic. Hold on. The bureaucrat takes away the parasite. The bureaucrat being the one who has the whole grain scheme, right? He feeds on the system of the grain like a parasite. The officer. Ah, fuck, what did the brigadier said that the officer did during the war? I can't remember anymore, but he watches the crystal tears drop again and again. He just watches. It could be intent. It could be understood as he just watches people crying. The ombudsman brusquely manhandles the cloud beast. What is an ombudsman? I don't know. Hold on. What the fuck is an ombudsman? Ombudsman. Meaning, an official appointed to investigate individuals' complaints against maladministration, especially that of public authorities. Brusquely manhandles the cloud beast. Oh, is it? Could the cloud beast be a representative of the people? How should I say, try to appease or handle the people, the complaints of the people? The torturer raises the sword, so its conferred power over life and death. The brigadier did say that the torturer was quite proud of the pain he inflicted in his enemies during the conflict in the war. Yeah, this kind of feels like a writer's special touch. This might not be exactly the event that unfolded, but a way to say what's happening without having to be very explicit about it, as to not make the story too heavy. Oh, that's so cool. It does feel like a very fairy tale type of thing. What a lively scene. All this treasure is yours, my servants. I am not so miserly as to withhold them after seeing how much you love them. But what more do you intend to take from me once I have given you this? Yes, because if they are so eager to go after these treasures, they are not essentially loyal to you. They are here to reap the benefits of it. She doesn't have anything else to provide to them. They might start turning their blades against her. It feels like she's probably going to kill them. Let me guess. Oh, the fairy tale. A path appears at the dead end of the alley, and even more shiny bubbles rush toward it. There is no time to bother with what is already in their hands. They scramble for the treasure on the ground, stuffing it into their pockets, carrying it on their backs and rushing towards the next shiny piece before even standing back up on the last one. kinda like how global players keep watching the CN updates without even paying much attention for the updates that they are getting here. They are already getting. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Because CN usually gets things ahead of the global server, but by the time that the patch that CN got reaches global, people are not so interested anymore. They just keep looking for the next shiny update. Just saying. Just saying, don't crucify me. It's just a personal opinion. None of them care where the path leads. Now it's not like the global players anymore. But yeah, they are not interested. These high-ranking officials, because they're not interested on making the nation great again. They're only interested in following the grains of bread, the pieces of bread that they see on the ground. They don't pay much attention to where it's leading them. Like this is a very fantastical way to tell the story. Going to Dossless tomorrow. It's high time I treated myself to something nice. Squeeze these country bumpkins in Nassau Irsi a little more. Don't forget my share. Can't wait for the townsfolk to send me some Victorian spice. My. After far more than just 12, aren't we? A life of luxury, a high status, power over life and death. You want it all? I have nothing against being true to your desires, and what you desire are things that I will not miss. Unfortunately, you happen to be my servants, yet you seem far greedier than I. So, goodbye. Go to where you belong. The treasures pave a shiny path where none existed, sending the madmen out of their lair and out onto the land. Towards whence the darkness came, the gaping mouth of the dark woods. This part is very different from the rest of your work. I knew it! Yes, the writer is embellishing the story. Of course he was. Of course it was. It was too fantastical. Even if Arknights have some sort of magic taking place here, like the arts and whatnot, it was very more fantastical than it usually is. Yeah, this whole part was a metaphor for... not a metaphor. It was put in a figurative sense, let's say like that. I told you, I have abandoned many drafts in the process of observing, thinking, and writing. Any and all of them ready to be thrown in at a moment's notice. Do you really think I would be sitting here, drinking this swill if I could tell the story as a consistent, unified narrative. You're the one insisting it gets a proper ending, not me. True. But if I must regard this passage as your own personal embellishment, could I also consider the rejection of Bridget by the Mist be a creative liberty as well? Oh! Oh yeah, the Mist could also be something created in the story, not an actual thing that exists. Maybe even the Darkwood themselves could be representative, could not be an actual dark forest, but a representative of the evils and dark hardships from the world outside, the doom that people might come across. Oh, this is cool. This is cool. It's starting to make me question how much of this is actual fact and how much of it is just fiction. No more than the exiled king you forced into the story. Then, what about the rest of the story you are about to tell? Should it be seen as an observation or as a creation? That's up to you to decide. Do you want me to tell it or not? Of course, of course. Go on. So, what's wrong with Emma? Just a cold, on top of mild malnutrition. She didn't look so bad on the outskirts of the dark woods. A sickness of the spirit, most likely. Iron for the statue needed to be collected from door to door. People won't even turn on their lamps to save fuel. Never mind food. What could she possibly be shipping out? She runs a grain store, maybe, but only a grain store. She couldn't have done this on her own. There must be somebody behind her. We also still need to ask about Theo. There's no time to wait for her to come to her own. Can you hear me, Emma? Niels. Take me with you. Take me with you. No, she's still dreaming. Niels. Is that somebody's name? I have seen it written on the letters she's gotten. A loved one, if I had to guess. And where might we find them? No idea. It's been a while since the last letter. Niels. Scold me. Beat me if you must. But don't abandon me. The bureaucrats told me to smuggle food, so I did. What meaning is there in a life without you? What point is there in being kind to others? Oh, that's very convenient, thank you. The bureaucrats. Doubly. There's so much food in the city. A single cart won't make a difference. There's no food in the city. A single card won't make a difference. Won't make a difference. Should we keep trying to wake her up? Wait. Why wasn't it you who left? Those accursed Victorians. Why did their child live? A child of a Victorians? Why? It will be alright, my dear. I will make things right. Wait for me, Neos. Wait for me, my love. I can't see you, my love. I can't see you. Why? Why? The Victorians who killed you have been chased out. The last Victorian bastards died before my eyes. Neos. Sweat fills Emma's fevered brow. Tormented by nightmares, she instinctively grabs the sheets beneath her, but it does not stop her from trembling. The other two stand up at the same time. I wonder if, okay, if this is not another, how should I say, another editing from the writer, this whole segment, if this conversation somewhat indeed happened, this event indeed happened, I wonder if this nightmares, I wonder if she's getting these nightmares from the flame, because of the flames too. Because Bridget did say that the stench coming out of the keyhole from the door of her shop was very strong. So Emma's emotional distress, amplified emotional distress, I wonder if isn't it being caused by the flames too? It's already past curfew. Will we really be able to? Would we really be able to move freely? Stick with me. If the mist wants to take either of us, let it try. Wait, someone's coming over from the citadel. Who is it? Looks like Dublin. It's the Brigadier. What's going on? It's like he's a walking ghost. Brigadier! Who's there? Love Shiny? Go back, now. Back to... What happened? No. Nothing happened tonight. We have a lead on the food shortage, sir. The owner of this grain store was instructed by the bureaucrats to smuggle food out of Nassau Irsi. We may be able to get it back if we are quick. Bureaucrats? I should have known. But it is too late. Everything's too late. Why? Do you know where the food went? Not the food. Me. Us. Thank you for informing me, but I What's going on? Tell me. No, nothing happened tonight. Are they waiting to be consumed by the flames? Is that what's going on here? Just waiting for their deaths. Can't imagine what could have turned you, a warrior with no qualms about killing for the greater good, into this. Did you in Dublin found this nation over the corpses? Did you in Dublin found this nation over the corpses of so many, just to starve your own people to death here? No, never. Thank you for informing me. I will deal with it personally. But do not mention the name Dublin ever again. You got your promise. Do not set foot on the streets again tonight. And especially, do not bring curfew with someone insignificant. Do not break curfew with someone insignificant, as you are doing now. This is for your own good. Love Shiny opens her mouth to speak, but the Brigadier shows no acknowledgement. He turns around and walks towards the outskirts of the city, with heavy, dragging steps. Are we gonna do as he says? Hide? No. Nemos needs to know about Theo. Do you know where she lives? It's a wee bit far, practically the other side of Nassau Irsi. And that's where we are going. Now I'm very curious. I completely forgot about this whole curfew thing. I'm curious now, what exactly is happening here? Because of they keep mentioning the heavy footsteps thing, I do keep thinking that they're probably waiting to be consumed by the flames. Nemo's house is just ahead. That was easy, since the mist didn't get into the city tonight. Nemos, are you home? Nemos? Hey, didn't she say she would be at Dublin victory party? Is she not back yet? The Brigadier was leaving the Citadel. The party should be over. Miss Love Shiny? Bridget? Love Shiny is about to speak when her gaze meets Nemo's. Oh, the flames is on her, aren't they? Her eyes are even blanker than the Brigadier's were. What's going on? Did something happen at the victory party? No, nothing happened tonight. What are you two doing here? Quick, inside. You mustn't be out on the streets tonight. Get me out. Nemo's kinda sick. Are we? Oiko, hey, we have a corrupt government going on. We have a child missing, and we have the whatever going on with this curfew and mask thing. And what you're focusing on is how thick Nemo's is. Is that it? Are those your preferences right now? Huh? Is that what you consider the most important right now? Focus. Focus. Right now. As Nemo's hurries, love shining Bridget inside, the Brigadier passes beyond the boundaries of Nassauirsi. He walks into the forest, where there is nothing but darkness, towards the depths of the dark mist. Then, the food carts that had been smuggled out of Nassauirsi slowly emerge from it. They will return to Nassauirsi's agricultural plates before dawn. The next day, the city gets the smallest of reprieves from the food shortage. No one notices that the Brigadier never returned from the dark woods. You can say I paint attention to the details, everybody's too focused to notice. Is that your argument? Really? Okay, you know what? Fine. It's good to have different. It's going to have people noticing different perspectives of the story, I guess. You know what? I take your arguments. I take your defense. Fuck's sake. The food mysteriously appear the agricultural plates before making its way to the grain stores across the city. It falls well short of truly solving the problem. But it was far more than just the Brigadier who never came back. Though the people of the city do not know it yet. Once again, the sun rises, without pity or care. The dragon and the wayward wakewoman walk the streets, watching with shock at how the now commonplace brawls descend into even more brutal violence. The nomad knocks on the blacksmith's door. She brings woeful news. This story is so fucking cool. This story is so fucking cool, man. EA3 after. Ouch! Have you ever stopped and think the commonplace brawls is not normal to begin with? I mean, when is fights normal to begin with? Maybe on Sargon, perhaps, having people fight is a normal thing. Right? As it would be normal on Septimont and Woodland Ways to have people having duels and fights. Maybe. But yeah, I understand what you mean. Commonplace brawls. Having brawls is not a normal occurrence, but I think these people are have been tainted by the flame so much that what is not normal have become normal. And now it's getting gradually even worse as time passes. It's said that the brawls escalating to be even more violent like it's some Eureka. Bruh. I should focus. What's going on with you two? You have eyes, use them. Sorry, Mr. Rory. I was just hoping to try my luck over at Lagrant Street to see if I could get some potatoes. Get lost. Sorry. Look out! The bird and beast is panicking! Out of the way! Bruh, this kid's going to die. For sure. 100%. Stupid coachman. You nearly ran me over. Get back here. Her brains ran off. Just like that? Mr. Rory, I... Look who did get run over. Serves you right. You're not going anywhere now. Let's go see if Dublin folk. Let's see the Dublin folks. Maybe they will give me potatoes for handing over a traitor. Am I going to have another child death? Am I really going to have another child death moment right now? I stick to the back streets. Can't have someone else taking my spy. The man grabs the boy's collar and drags him into a small, empty alley. The boy groans in anguish. Weird. Did I forget the way? Give me back my potatoes. Go and buy your own. They still have some at the shop. Give them back. They still have potatoes? The man glances towards the voices. Then, at the broken body of the boy, whose arm he's still grabbing. You act like this is the first time some kid ended up dead because of some asshole. Just because it isn't the first time doesn't make it okay. My reaction is justified. Okay, we have already too many kids dying in gacha stories. Be it Arknights with the first one being Mission and who knows how many others. We have another on GFL 2. We have some kids dying. I don't know if you play GR, but there is a kid who died horribly in a chapter. The kid tries to kill themselves but fails, so all that remains is that for them is to slowly wait for the death with their legs and the arms broken. I think he broke some ribs too. They didn't manage to kill themselves with the fall. And by the time the character arrives, Liv, to rescue the child, it's already too late. The kids already died. Bleed themselves to death. By the way, a mother and a child were burned to death by Tallulah. Snack. Oh yeah, that too. A lot of children dying, huh? Lots and lots of them. The man glances towards the voices, then at the broken body of the boy whose arm he is still grabbing. He's dying. Would the Dumbledores even give me anything for a dying kid? Would they even get anything out of him? It's your lucky day, traitor. The man shakes off the boy's hand, which had been grabbing his sleeve, and walks off briskly towards the voices. My leg, it hurts. Can't stand. Miss Emma. Who's there? Who's calling my name? Let's not forget children in terror resorted to cannibalism and drugs. Look at the Ursus kids. Man. Right, yeah. It has been such a long time since we last heard about the Ursus kids, right? Maybe you're going to hear about them again if the story, if the writers of Arknights ever decide to show us how Chernobog is doing right now. Ursus have not been a very relevant nation for a while now, for the main story at least. I mean, in the world of Arknights, Ursus is still a powerful nation, but still. But like, we have not seen any influential events on Ursus for a while. For many months, in fact. Don't worry, they said we are going back to Ursus next chapter because the kid emperor got executed from the cube. Of course. Of course. I did as you asked. Just leave me alone. Emma. Emma? What happened? I got hit by a carriage, then left behind here. I'm not a Victorian spy. Miss Emma, please, help me. Take me to Mr. Cullen. Emma's going to be the one to kill the kid. Of course. A Victorian spy? It's all happening so fast. It hurts. It hurts so much. I know the Victorians did bad things. Nobody likes me. Nobody listens to me. Nobody wants to get close to me. Could you at least find Mr. Cullen? It hurts. Cold. When I grow up, I will find the Victorians and take revenge. For Mr. News. Maybe I would have helped you, though, if Niels was the only one who died. Miss Emma? You know that Niels died in the war, but even more people died without ever seeing the battlefield. You Victorians blocked off the supply routes. You still are. So many people starved, including me. Including the child Niels left behind. The child inside me. Yeah, she had a miscarriage caused by malnutrition. Fuck me. Man. Oh, sorry, maybe not miscarriage. He starved to death because of you Victorians. Nah, the kid probably has already been birthed, so to speak. Right. I don't know why, but this feels less worse than her having a miscarriage. Find someone else to get coolant for you. They're all good people. Unlike me. Very good people. Emma, could you do that to him? How could you do that to him, Emma? I could have changed you so much. I not defending her, Cullen, but she wasn't the only one there that day. No, she wasn't. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. No, you're absolutely right. You wanted to take Theo with you, didn't you? What did you see? He was being bullied. I can't fucking speak. I hate the English language. God damn it. He was being bullied. And I'm not talking squabbles between kids. By adults. I intervened the first time I saw it. I thought it wouldn't happen again. But it did. A lot. I had a bad feeling that he didn't belong here. That there was no place for him in Nassau Odyssey. But I never thought... I understand. You should go. Cullen? I said, I understand. You... I said, I understand. Now go. Get out. Leave me. Leave me for a while. Please. I'm sorry. The blacksmith stands silent in the room. All is quiet, save for the crackling of the fire. Oh, Too many things have passed him by. Too many things he could not understand. He no longer has the strength to find out why. To separate cause from effect. The only thing he knows is that he never achieved anything. What kind of hero am I? Yeah, what kind of hero are you? The blacksmith looks around him. There is no one else in the smithy, save the empty eye sockets of the dragon statue, now glaring at him accusingly. What kind of hero are you? What kind of hero I am? What kind of hero would leave a child to the mercy of abuse and ill will? What kind of hero would allow food to be smuggled out of the city under his very nose until there is nothing left, all while doing nothing more than handing out a few shriveled potatoes to his neighbors? What kind of hero would shut himself in his smithy while the city descends into bedlam, all to satisfy his own pathetic vanity by etching his name into a pedestal? No. It's not out of vanity. All I wanted was to use the title of hero to bring happiness to our countrymen who lost everything in the war. As you told Nemus. Like now. The weak you swore to protect are dead and gone. The justice you swore to uphold has fallen into darkness. The people you swore to bring happiness to, Emma and Rory, are they even your people anymore? Or are they the dead living in the dead living in the past? Your heart still dreams of the future, vain as it is. But them, they are the walking dead, stuck in the past. Who is it you're calling your countrymen? The wretch who spent his days brandishing an antique sword he salvaged from the flames? The smuggler who let an innocent child die because he miscarried her own? Oh, so she did have a miscarriage. Ooh. Townsfolk who no longer know anything but hate in the face of change. Go on, go out and find someone, anyone. Ask them what their plan for the future is. What do you think the answer will be? The blacksmith's hammer falls to the ground with a loud crash. He glares at the dragon's head. No. It's you who's trapping them in the past. I collected the plates and bowls my people used day to day, lit the fuel they relied on for warmth and light, just to feed you. You monster. Don't know about the food, but the metal and fuel. It was me. I fed you those pots and pans. I put the people's livelihoods into your mouth with my own hands, all so that you could grow and grow. You have devoured everything in my life. You devoured Theo himself. Theo. It was me. I nurtured the monster that took your life. Soon, it will stand in the square of Samhain, spread its wings, and turn everyone in the city into the dead, those who can only live in the past. You're right, monster. I am no hero. I am a fraud. A vain, pathetic fraud. Once I fooled others. Now, the only hope I'm fooling, the only one I'm fooling is myself. But they need me. They need you. They need a hero to wake them up, to tell them that the war is over, that what really matters is what lies ahead, the future, tomorrow. And you think you're the one? I am the one. The blacksmith walks away from the forge with resolute steps. He takes the thickest metal chain he can find and walks back to the dragon. Its empty eyes still fixated upon him. Come with me. Where to? To the square. It's not Samhain yet. I can wait no more. I will not wait for your ominous prophecies to come true. Come with me. I will dismantle you and return our lives to the people. The dragon does not move. In the eyes of the blacksmith, however, he sees the dragon bow its head. Perhaps mockingly, perhaps invitingly. I think he's going a bit crazy right now. Are the... I wonder if he is actually seeing things. Or if that whole sequence is also another part of the writer's embellishment of the story. But it is quite interesting to have this whole dragon statue going on. It like reminds me of the stories about the false idols or something. I can't really exactly bring anyone who's any story involving false idols or golden statues that are more related, how should I say, can be directly related to this story right now. But I do get this impression, a false idol, false god who, what should I say, corrupts the souls of the people. Kulan's like a liability. He's easily bamboozled by wordplay. He does give the impression of being a very direct person. This whole fixation of the image of the hero too is... It makes me think he's definitely from Minuan. Because the Minuan people, as we can see with Palas, they are very on about the whole hero thing, the tales of grandiose, the heroes of the past. So he might be living in Victoria, or better say in Tara. But I think he definitely has some Mino origins. At some point he lived on Mino and he grew around Minuan people, influenced by his own culture. To simplify it down, he's dumb as fuck. Yeah, maybe. I don't want to say dumb, but the actions he chose were indeed were not the best. Definitely not the best. Yeah, maybe he's dumb. I'm trying to defend him, but I can't really think of anything. Reed, Nemus, I'm back. Kulan's in a real bad place right now. You should go see him. How about on your end? What's going on in the city? People are still looking for spies. Victorian spies. Are they off their rockers? Taran or Victoria, we are all human. We're gonna keep fighting to the death like this when the war's already over? The dragon guy is clearly trying to steer him. But damn Kulan fell for it anyway. Yeah. And when you say the dragon guy... I'm thinking about the voice the dragon voice that Kulan is hearing. So far, I keep wondering if that is not probably related to the exiled king. We know he got brought back to life and is just roaming the city around. So far he has not showed up yet. Or should I say, it has been a while since he showed up. I wonder if the voice behind the dragon statue wouldn't be him stirring things up. Not entirely sure what his intentions are, though. No, wait, I think I know what his intentions are. Didn't he say that he wanted the flames to consume everything? Or am I remembering it wrong? Because if it's so, then the voice behind the statue indeed is the exiled king. It indeed could be the exiled king, and not just some hallucination of coolant, or just... I don't know. We literally have a talking furry wolf, and that's what you're concerned about? Yes, that's what I am concerned about, okay? I want to know exactly what's going on here, okay? A lot of people are going to die. We have officers just chasing around treasures, live treasures into the dark woods. We have officials, the brigadier, being turned into zombies and probably roaming the woods also after being completely consumed by the flames. And now a child just died. If things keep going like this, by the end of this, everyone might be turning to a blood of fire zombie or something. The whole city, the whole nation of Tara. It would be a very cool legend, though. Can you imagine a whole city being just consumed away in just one single, in just a few days, like just boom, like Pompeii, you know? I just say, even the supposed deities on Terra, the Pheramut, are assholes too. True. Everybody be trying to fuck shit up. True. Ah man, Cosset has a lot of work to do, don't she? If she really wants to unify Terra against the threats they're going to have to confront in the future. Tell them, Nemos. Tell him that Dublin made him go hungry and was punished by the Red Dragon. The food's now... Not to mention the word Dublin ever again. Bridget, the leader's orders. Oh. Iblana doesn't want people mentioning Dublin again? Why? Does she want to completely... Is this an attempt to completely leave behind the past? Or is she just wanting to erase everything? Maybe if she wants the... Okay, assuming if Iblana wants Reed to take her place, or at the very least have a more active approach in the government of Tara, that would mean she wants Tara to live. And if that's the case, maybe not mentioning Dublin ever again is her attempts to completely restart the nation, to have it not be associated to the past war crimes ever again. I don't know, it's a weird order to give like this. And I don't know if even ordering people to not mention a Dublin ever again is really going to fix the problem. Because the nations... The people outside know how Dublin is evolved with Taran, with the Taran people. I would imagine they know. At the very least, considering all the fighting that the Dublin people did before all of this. Maybe she's trying to not make the Dublin violent ways or ideologies spread among the people. Yeah, Blunt technically led a revolution to separate Tara from Victoria. So Dublin is a Victorian territory. It's no more. It's Tara now. Maybe. Right. I only overheard whispers about the foods at the victory party. No evidence. No trial. I don't even know how it's got back. Besides, news about all those people missing hasn't spread at all. How am I supposed to explain it? If they can't be reasoned with, we'll do this the hard way. What do you mean? When I came back, I told myself I would never be her shadow again. If the true leader is refusing to show her face and take responsibility, then I must step up. If only to calm the people. What about Kulam? Everyone knows him as a hero. Things would be much simpler if he's willing to help. About that... Love Shiny. He should still be at his smithy. I will lead the way. As for you, Bridget, you should leave the city as soon as possible. Why? Well, if we and Kulan both fail, then the people will... I see. They don't much like me here, so I would just get in the way. Is that it? I'm sorry, Bridget. That's not what I meant, but it's true. Don't worry. I'll try my luck in the Dark Woods. 6th time the charm. I like Bridget. She's a cutie. Sorry. Kulan? Kulan? Is he not in? What the... They are both rendered speechless. The door of the smithy. No. The entire front wall of the smithy is gone. The wall, which was supposed to stand up until the statue was finished, is now a pile of rubble. Visible through it is a long trail leading to the square, along with drag marks so broad they span almost the entire breadth of the road. Oh boy. Oh boy. There's no way this is going to go well. There's just no fucking way. We are only halfway into it also. There's still so much more to happen. I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit scared, I'll have to admit. Oh man. Okay. E1 form. That's old dance. You satisfy yourself with remorse and yearning, yet ask for nothing more. Go. Hundreds, thousands of years ago, the tyrant's ancestors did the same as their descendants do now, lighting bonfire after bonfire in the barrens between autumn and winter. They would sleep beside the red dragon, their red-hot dreams buffeted by sands and winds until raw. But even so, it was enough to keep everyone warm. They would wake up to a still burning bonfire, because the red dragon does not sleep. With a moment's rest, the red dragon could find respite from fatigue and pain by breathing in the dreams of homeland, liquor and freedom, rising slowly from the flames and into the sky. Today, Samhain approaches. The people fuel the flames with wood torn from nearby ruins, and have entirely forgotten the ancient leisure time that seemed to last forever. Put your hand in the fire. Look at the color of the flames on my hip. I am a Tara, I tell you, one blasted by the red dragon. You think a spy couldn't fake the color of a lamp? Get on with it! May the red dragon be merciful. Oh. It doesn't even hurt. Too bad. Really? Look. You can barely make out the burn marks on my hand. So you're not a Victorian spy. But do you know of anyone else who hasn't undergone the trial yet? What the fuck are these people doing? You! Yes, you! Have you burned your hand over there yet? Say something, will you? Enough fiddling with that broken knot of yours. Come with me. I'll take you there. Just put down the knot. You hit me? Why not? You dare? Fine. You're bloody not. Just come with me to see if you're not a Victorian spy. The flames are definitely affecting them. There's no way this is normal behavior. It's too paranoid to be normal behavior. Even throughout history, in situations where there were, historically, at least from what I could read, even during the high peak of the Cold War, you know, the whole communist fear, the fear of communist spies. People were not acting like that. They were not acting like this. They were scared, they were aggressive, but they were not full-on paranoid like this. This feels more like a witch hunt at this point, rather than trying to find out spies. It feels more similar to a medieval witch hunt. Could it be? No, they are definitely being affected by the flames. The flames are driving them crazy. It's too fast. Even the witch hunts, it took a little while. It was built upon... No, but they do have conflicts with the Victorians. Historical conflicts with the Victorians. Would it be more similar to the Middle East? No. No, not the Middle East. Yeah, it's definitely the flames. There's no way this is normal behavior. At least not at this scale. The quiet resident stands up without a word and heads towards the bonfire with shaky steps. The square has already descended into complete chaos. Oh my god, and now Kulan is going to dismantle the statue in front of all these fanatics. Sorry, maybe not fanatics is the right word. In front of all these paranoid people who regard the Red Dragon in a very high level. Oh my god. He might die. He might actually die here. If they get angry enough and start to go up against him, I don't think he's strong enough to deal with all of them at the same time. Unless he has very powerful arts, but I doubt it. Though half of it stems from suspicion and hatred, not to mention frustration at having revealed no spies yet. The other half comes from the looks of despair and deadly silence. Until a faint sound of something dragged across the ground rumbles in the distance. The sound grows louder and louder until it drowns out all the clamor and chaos. Everyone hears the sound of something massive slowly being dragged closer to them. Oh my god. It is way bigger than what I was expecting. In a flash, every other sound fades, leaving only the shaking of steel and gears in its wake. Hidden in the humid mist of the gigantic silhouette of an ice-cold statue. Forged by a hero, and still considered incomplete by the townsfolk, the statue of the Red Dragon's ancestor is presented to Aura. It arrives in the raging lights of the dying sun, yet, even so nearly, manages to shroud the sky. The dragon statue came to life? No, that's Kulan? Kulan, are you here to help us find the Victorians too? He has to prove he isn't one first. Over here, Kulan, listen, the fire won't hurt you as long as you are no Victorian. Oh my god, now that I think about it, it is actually a witch hunt. Because on the witch hunts, if I remember correctly, the argument was that if the flames doesn't hurt you, you're a witch. But if you die by the flames, you aren't a witch, and your soul got purified by the Holy Spirit or something along those lines. I can't remember exactly, has been a while. Ah, these people are crazy. These people are fucking crazy. Oh god. Are you deaf? Get over here already. Oh, hold on. He dragged this giant statue all on his own? They finally notice the iron chains wrapped around his arms. 1, 2, 3 times around. And that the statue's weight was resting on those wide yet mortal shoulders. The hero does not respond to his name, and continues forward. The statue grinds down on him, till it draws blood. His flesh is nearly rent asunder. His bones cry out in sorrow, and yet he presses on. The young hero walks ahead of the statue, unafraid of the disparity between his small stature and the gigantic structure. He takes one step, then another, each heavy and certain, toward an open space in the crowd. He parks the statue in the square's empty center and struggles to turn around before facing everyone before him. The steel skeleton bears an icy elegance, wings frozen in motion, craving for life, craving for flight. In place, as if it were meant to be there since the beginning. Stop. Stop, my brothers and sisters. Before we kill any more of our own. For a moment, no one dares to respond. Hate and doubt both remain, as well as the pain that keeps everyone from advancing towards him, like an army of walking corpses. The man before them is a hero. He protected Nasa Oirisi. He dragged both blessing and curse all the way here. And the statue behind him laces his every word with an awe-inspiring weight. Kill our own? Who? You are burning hands with fire now. But what if your spy isn't found? He really dragged the statue here. What should we do? Should we interrupt him? Did our food not return to us? Is the war not over? Say, there really was a spy. Why must the entire city gather here? Why must we hurt each other just to find one lowly spy? I'll let him finish. I'll say it again. The war is over. When it had just ended, my thoughts were simple. I would wait for a smith better than myself to arrive, then learn a thing or two from them so I could repair what I had made myself. But no smiths came, and I learned no skills. I even took what you lot needed to live, forged it into the statue. That was wrong of me. Nasa Oirisi is short of everything. Even an empty bowl is better put to catching rainwater than being cast into a shiny statue that does nothing but grow. And the food. I was so worried yesterday, so afraid that a famine would put us past the point of no return. Maybe it was the Red Dragon's mercy, or maybe one of the Agi plates had a good harvest, but the fact is, our food is back. And as long as we are alive, we can make it through this. Am I wrong? But Theo is no longer alive. You still feeling pity for that Victorian bastard? Yes, I am. When I heard of his death, I began to hate everyone in the city, myself included. You know better than any of us what the Victorians have done. I know that with the last of their strength, they leaned over and begged me to take him away. I hate you all. I even feel like taking revenge on any of you who sat back and watched him die. But revenge needs a reason, doesn't it? What's our revenge for them? To rob them just like they robbed us back then. And how do you suppose that Nasa Odyssey could manage to take even a single grain from the Victorians when we have already melted our axes into this statue? We have to let those bastards feel the pain we went through. Yeah, just like how I want to make you lot feel what it's like to die alone in an alley. Our brothers, our sisters died, so we could live. Why must we now throw our lives away just to make others suffer? Do you want us to love them then? To love those who stole our crops, killed our camp? No, of course not. No one needs to love their enemy. All I want is for you to love the living. To love yourself. But I don't even need you to do that. I just have one question for you all. Tomorrow, once Samhain is over, once the shadow of war finally leaves us, what will you do? I wanted to finish the statue and carve my name on it. But now, I want to find a better smith to teach me to fix up a prosthetic leg. I don't know what's up with the fancy speech of the Southern Kulan, but I don't care what happens tomorrow or about the war. I just want the Victorians dead. So, if you're speaking for them, I want you dead too. Oh boy. Fine. Kulan swings the sledgehammer he used to pour the statue towards the dragon's head. Oh no. However, he exhausts himself both in making and moving it. So, with a moment of hesitation, the hammer does not come crashing down. Strap an Originian vest bomb onto the guy. Go ahead. Hey. Do not give them ideas, Oiko. The Crowns even assumes it to be some sort of ritual, and for a moment does not react to his plan. Seriously, I hate the armchair warmonger. I understand. Only when they realize Kulan intends to destroy the statue do even the most dreary of the living dead collectively howl and dash in his direction, surrounding him. Don't be foolish, Kulan! Nemo's cry is drowned out by the Crown's yells, but Kulan's voice remains clear for all to hear. Love Shiny thinks of rushing over to him, but the angry crowd blocks her path. She bites her lips and tries to open a path through the sea of people, with both her flames and voice shouting to attract their attention. Unfortunately, they act as if they have already lost their senses. Maybe they truly have. Who can say? I'm going to destroy the statue in order to return the lives it took from you. Destroy it? How dare you? I remembered what each and every bone was forged from. I will turn its spine back into axe heads and blades, its ribs back into bowls, its skull into tables and chairs, and give them all back to you. Traitor, how could a hero like you betray us like this? I've been unwilling to take someone else's livelihood. My God. If being unwilling to take someone else's livelihood makes me a traitor, then I was never a hero, but a traitor all along. Excuses! Excuses. I will tell you who Kulan really is. He is no hero. He's a liar who hungered for pain. He claimed to have killed a squad of Victorian scouts in the dark woods, but it was not in the woods that he met those Victorians, but somewhere further away. There weren't even scouts, just a band of poor traders, already trampled over by some army or other. At this point, let's just burn the city to the ground. I mean, yeah, I mean, from all the NPCs we have seen so far, the faceless people, are there at least one of them who has shown any kindness yet? Emma was part of the scheme of letting people die of hunger. He also let Theo to die. Rory sliced his own people and also dragged Theo's body until eventually giving up and just letting him to die also. The city is going to burn. Also, Reed doesn't seem able to dispel her sister's flames from these people. If she does forcibly, we'll only leave them with numbness. They grow too accustomed with them. The city is going to be destroyed. The city is definitely going to be destroyed at this point, if nothing else happens. Maybe this is not a story about saving people, but just a story about witnessing them die, consumed by the flames. Because as the exiled king said before, those who have been tainted by the flames of death will not be graced with life ever again. Everything's going to burn. Fuck me, man. They do nothing. They amount to nothing. They are worth nothing, and they are still trying to tell people what to believe and what to do. True. At this point, letting these people die almost feels like a mercy, you know? If their fate is indeed being consumed by the flames and become the undead, the walking dead of Eblana, death might be a mercy for them. He wanted to save them, but in the end could only save one boy, a Victorian child. He didn't know what to do. Be it out of desperation or vanity, he decided to cut their heads off and tell his people they were scouts. That way, he would become a hero, the most prestigious person in town. He thought he could use that status for good. Raising the boy would become an act of mercy by the benevolent hero. You lied to us? Even this poor liar knew that he was still a blacksmith, and thought he should learn his trade after the war. But you lot, what about you? You're not Cullen. You're a fake, pretending to be him. Oh my fucking god, they're too far gone. They're so far gone. Oh my fucking god. They're so entangled in their own delusions that... That is a mercy for these people at this point. It truly is. Yeah, you're not Cullen. He's our hero, the man of steel who even a whole Victorian squad couldn't handle. Who the bloody hell are you? After dragging the statue all the way here from my workshop, how much longer do you expect me to live? Fresh blood gushes from Cullen's mouth and nose as if he has just uttered his last words. He bears an almost kind and expectant gaze as he looks at his compatriots surrounding him, hoping their faces will reveal an expression other than hate. But he feels as if his eyes met only a sea of purple flames. The faces behind the fire are difficult to discern, as if they are the restless dead he met in those ruins outside long, long ago. Bye, Cullen. You might be dumb, but you're not an idiot. I don't know if his... He realized things a bit too late. I think his biggest problem, besides lying, of course, was that he realized the whole situation that was unfolding around him too late. Way too late. He just waited. He just sat around and waited and just dragged himself along with the wishes of the people around him. That by the time that he came to the realization of the doom that was about to happen, it was too late already. I wonder what Eblana thinks of all of this. Because Eblana is also another one who's just letting everything happen, right? He could very well just appear here and stop all of them. By the way that they have the red dragon hold in such high regards, I have doubt that... No, I don't. I doubt, yes, that's the correct phrasing. I doubt they would refuse to listen to her. Which means she's willingly lets everything unfold. Let them destroy themselves. He looks into the distance. In a corner at the edge of the square, he sees a tiny figure. He did not have time to look for Theo's corpse, but now it stares at him blankly. Purple flames clearly visible around him. Oh, you too? This was all for naught. Cullen stumbles to his feet and picks up his hammer to swing. The crowd stares at him with dread, fearing that the hammer will fall on their heads, but they do not back down. Cullen uses the last of his strength, and with the utmost ferocity, he strikes the dragon's head, as if sounding a death knell. The hero's body collapses before the giant dragon, stunning the crowd as if they have lost some. Loveshine's voice finally spreads as her fire burns like a sunset set aflame, but she fails to attract any attention. At that very moment, the statue suddenly bursts into purple flames, along with Cullen lying quietly before it, sending the crowd reflexively into retreat. Within the fire, Cullen begins to pick himself up, while the giant statue extends its wings as if to fly away. When Cullen gets fully to his feet, the dragon statue flaps its huge wings, lifts off and lands on the empty pedestal in the center of the square, prepared just for it. The crowd watches in complete silence, though whether out of shock or reverence is unclear. From the citadel come the faintly discernible sounds of footsteps, slow and late. Truly a shame that I missed the only hero left in this city. Well then, people of Nassau Irsi, your hero has sacrificed his life for this statue. Nightfall approaches, so if you still follow the Red Dragon's will, then you will obey curfew and head home. She just lets it happen. Perhaps it's inevitable. Indeed, she doesn't even try to convince them of the words of Cullen. Just sends them back home and tells them to obey the curfew, where more people are going to disappear during the night. Let's hit the club and credits. Shut up. Shut up. Something very serious is happening right now. Cullen uses the last of his strength, and with the utmost ferocity, he strikes the dragon's head, as if sounding a death knell. You're quite the fan of Cullen, I see. A tragic ending. but your embellishments made it beautiful. You flatter me. I only ever met the blacksmith a few times. He was the first victim of the city's chaos, if you don't count Theo. Actually, I'm rather curious about something. The Dublineers who walked into the darkness, did they also bear the purple flames you mentioned? Sorry, but I couldn't say. Based on your story so far, I do not believe they would have. Corruption, smuggling, abuse of authority. They had many plans for the future. If you have thoughts about it that much, you could probably come up with your own ending by now. But that was not the only incident that occurred in the city. You said so yourself. He was but the first victim. Though, if you insist on ending this here, the Red Dragon was certain those infected by the flames of death could not be saved. There we go. She's just letting this happen. It's inevitable. She can't reverse it. It is indeed their fate. And so, she declared to her people that the land would become Death's domain, and they would become her followers, accompanying her on a journey towards death. The corpse-like masses no longer had the strength to either consent or refuse. That night, the flames rose high into the sky, illuminating the fields, and since then, no one has ever seen the Red Dragon or her followers again. What is it? Nothing. You can go now. There is obviously something. Since then, no one ever seen the Red Dragon? Really? The author glances towards the tavern wall, covered in newspapers no one has touched. Today's paper is there too, with a photo of the leader gracing the headlines. It declares she is currently in Oak Grove for some ceremony or other. Also, accompanying her on a journey towards death. When did that happen? Stories are free to go where they please. Free, sure, but that doesn't mean we get to twist the tale beyond recognition and laugh it off. Why ever not? Because you and I, we are Terrans. Our stories will reflect us, no matter how distorted they become. Oh, do you still regard yourself as a Terran? I have been a Terran since the very first time I read a line penned by Samuel Williams. Why else would I have abandoned the warm armchairs of Catshire's counties, literature salon, and run all the way to Tara to become a... You still regard yourself as a Terran. An extremely ominous thought flashes through the writer's mind, but he immediately rejects it. He looks at the newspapers again. The papers report only facts, even if they are edited. I will just go ahead and ask, who sent you? I am here under no one's orders. As you put it, I am simply an interested reader who wishes to help you piece together the truth. Can you prove it? Now, there's a conundrum. It would be simple enough to prove someone did send me. But the opposite? How do I prove someone's non-existence? The author takes another gulp of beer, despondently gripping his head. He knows it is too late to run. But he can still turn things around. He just has to be clever about it. I mulled it over, and you're right. It's just a story. I suppose I was a tad nervous. Apologies. You do have quite a few unfinished tales as well. Perhaps we can join them together and find an ending to both Nassau Odyssey, as it was, and the Tara in your heart. So, if you're ready, then for the next story, how about we talk about the dance in the mirror? The dance in the mirror? What? No, this was not a matter of cleverness. As long as he's prudent and lets the shadow of the story cast by firelight rise and warp, he will definitely be fine. This is so fucking cool. This is so fucking cool. EA4 after. I have nothing to add to that. I just want to go straight into the next segment.
Once there was a red dragon of pride who snubbed all companions, talking only to herself in the mirror from time to time. Once at Samhain, she was to host a grand banquet, and her mirrored self was to help. But the two could not appear together before the guests, or the reflection would perish. The reflection had no choice but to obey the dragon's will. She went and fetched the wakeman for the banquet. The wakeman rejected their invitation and told the reflection to desert. Still, the reflection returned to the lair on her own, only to find the banquet had already begun. The reflection hurried to hide in darkness beyond the bonfire. As the banquet went on, the guests somehow began to vanish, one by one. And the red dragon found and dragged her mirrored self out of the darkness, forcing the reflection to dance with her. The two kept dancing, so relentlessly that the reflection could not feel her toes. She asked for a little rest, but the red dragon was never satisfied.
I was so focused on listening to it that I forgot to I forgot that the text doesn't auto advances as the guy reads. Oh, man, it's cool to have some voice acting in the story. Here, Love Shining. The book you wanted, the sequel to the Sting Knight's adventures. Why, you ask? Do I need a reason to do something for my beloved sister? But do you really need to read it? Do you really need to read a book you have no interested in at all, but feel pressured by others our age to read? I do want to read it. Didn't I tell you? Didn't you tell father you didn't want anyone asking you why a Victorian wouldn't enjoy stories about the Steam Knights? This book. Did Dad ask you to buy it for me? Why do you ask? Because how did you know? You're backing away from me, Love Shiny. I don't want you to be scared of me like everyone else. No, If me knowing what you told father is so scary, how about we dance together to calm you down? Hmm? Hey, dance? Really? Why not? With those words, Eblana gracefully extends a hand towards her sister. But in Love Shiny's memories, even when her parents put on their favorite music, even when father shook his head to the melody, even when mother tapped her fingers to the beat, her sister would only sit perfectly still while bearing an icy smile. She had never moved her body to any tune, not even once. Once you can keep up with me, we will no longer have to worry about any book, request, or even friends our age. Just crying. The unopened night novel falls to the ground, and the pleasant new book smell is now drowned by muddy water. She was still young then. She never imagined that achieving her desires could feel so heavy and bitter. She only remembers stumbling, turning away, ignoring what was reaching out to her. A soft and cold hand. Love Shiny. The crown is gone. You need no longer hide your identity. Do you still think of them as alive, even now? I only know that every Terran heart burns with a similar flame, and that ever since our ancestors first bent the knee to the Victorians, that flame has never gone out. That goes for all the townsfolk, as well as those who followed me back here. They all have the same fire, except that theirs have never been tainted by the shade of death. What a wonderful analogy, Love Shiny. Then, let me ask you again. What will you do? Dye these flames in your own hue? I imagine you must have tried already. No matter who they are, once tainted by death, your flames can only render them into ash. So I have a proposal, Love Shiny. Kill me. And everyone in the city as well. If it bothers you how this will be recorded in history, then you can just say that I killed them, and that you merely laid them to rest. The people of Nassau Irsi are still alive, even if what animates their bodies is not life, but if they were truly devoid of even the faintest spark of life, they would have long since become one of those hollow, shambling corpses you have wondering about. Oh, they will, eventually. No, they won't. I would rather see the purple flames in them as a plague, one instigated by you. And you plan to find a cure for it? That's right. I want to cure you of it as well, Eblana. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful? Yes, it's absolutely wonderful. Did you not notice? You aren't trying to run from me anymore. You are trying to cure me of all things. Come, dance with me, love shiny. The same dance I have always invited you to. The one you always ran from. What did you say? I asked you to dance with me. But before the final bar, be sure to pierce my heart with your spear. This plague is lethal, and there is no cure. I do not question your resolve, but your efforts will be in vain. You have run from your fate long enough. From now shall we see fate, and ours too. It's not yet Samhain, but the boundary between life and death is more ambiguous than it has been in all of Taran history. Do you truly wish for Tara to become a kingdom of death? Love Shiny subconsciously turned her head away. The fierce purple flames still rage in the skeleton the hero dragged all the way here. Hulam, now taken over by purple flames, briefly stands up before sinking back down to New. She cannot bear another look at him, so she turns her gaze back to her sister's eyes and the hand she's been offered for so many years. It is unclear if it is her imagination or a side effect of the purple flames depriving everything they touch of vitality. But the hand before her seems so pale and bodiless and bloodless compared to the one in her memories. We speak of a city and the lives of countless people, Eblana. You cannot sum this up as a matter as simple as fate. Are you finished? I believe I have spent enough time talking past each other. Eblana! Oh, but feel free to continue if you so desire. I shall wait here for as long as you need me to. But do not try to take too long. You can afford to wait, yet that may not be true for others. You're right. You can afford to wait, but that may not be true for others. Alright, I will dance your dance until one of us falls and can dance no more. But I will not follow your lead. Absolutely not. As you please. Though you seem to have misunderstood something, my dear Love Shiny. The one who cannot afford to wait is standing before you now. Cannot afford to wait. Love Shiny scrutinizes her sister's face as she suddenly realizes something entirely unrelated to their conversation. The offered hand is indeed pale, and it is not just her imagination. Purple flames seem to weave together into an omnipresent cloak, giving Eblana her beautiful yet terrifying appearance. Yet, they also fail to conceal the malady which seems to consume her beneath her pale white skin. She shouldn't be like this. She was never like this before. Eblana, are you... Are you alright, sister? A smile spreads across Eblana's face. The same old, ice-cold smile is always found there. This time, it seems to bear some warmth, but this only highlights her conspicuous paleness. I appreciate your concern. Really, I do. After all those apathetic partings and painful reunions, to only now hear you asking if I am well. It truly has been so long. Incidentally, I really do want to dance with you. I will, once I find a way to heal you. Very well. Then I shall wait you here. Eblana strides towards the citadel, her footsteps so faint that they seem almost frail. So she herself is being consumed then, I would imagine. So... if she's already dead, then the reason why she's so dead set on having her sister kill her is maybe because perhaps only her sister's flame can kill her then? She's very insistent on the spear thing. Even when they first reunited with each other on Nasa Oirsi, he asked about the spear. She's very dead set on having the spear. Not dead, half dead more like. Does she have any trouble to die then? Where is the thing that I'm looking for? Kill them so many blah 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 blah. You know, reach out to her on Open Night novels. False. Here. But before the final bar, be sure to pierce my heart with your spear. It almost feels like ceremonial. That's why I think I imagine thinking that she might be... she's unable to die by normal means. Because the whole spear feels very ceremonious, almost like a ritual to kill something. Feels like a similar way where to kill in some legends, it says that to kill a vampire, you need to stab its heart with a wooden stack or something. Or to kill a werewolf, you need a silver bullet. It almost makes me think that to kill a Blana, she needs to be killed by the flames of her sister. Banana clings to life until Love Shiny can become the queen. Banana dying without paying respect to the future queen would be, yeah. I already knew that Eblana was a complicated character, but now it's getting even more complicated. Huh. Why did she kill her uncle again? I can't remember. Did he tried to kill her because of her flames? But in response, she killed him first and ran away with her sister. I told you she was gonna pull a Lelouch. Alright, that's it. I send into you a drone strike. Enjoy your last 12 hours of life. Oikel, that's it. I'm done with you. Alright. Phew. Red dragons. Nemos. There was no one at the gates when I got back. I thought something must have happened. What's going on in the square? Red dragon? What's that? Love Shiny is holding a small box in her arms. The dim night's light seemed to make it harder than usual to see. I couldn't save Kulan. This was the only way for him to rest in peace, so he would no longer have to suffer from the flames in the square. The nomad is silent for a long time, until she finds a stone on the ground. She hurls it with all her strength towards the citadel. But the darkness of the night swallows it, and it fails to even make a sound. Oh, now that I think about it, is Nemos also going to... Because just like the Brigadier, she is also had... It was described that she also had a blank stare on her face, more so than the Brigadier. And she does comes into contact with these people a whole lot. She's very involved in this whole situation, even if she's not accomplice in all of this. By the end of this, she might also have become a Walking Dead. Oh man. It's already past curfew. Nemos, Bridget, let's just... No. No. Nemo reaches out to the wooden box, as if trying to brush non-existent dust off the lid. She suddenly recalls being rejected by her own people a few days ago, and the superfluous words she heard them. The wake men do not stand with the living, nor do we require their reverence. Until, of course, they are dead. That is the tradition Dublin should be honoring. Still, I'm grateful you are at least willing to give me this whistle. I will be going now. Wait, Nemus. You knew well that Samhain approaches and the Wakemen would be lacking sacred instruments. Yet, you still came. Did the Dubliners force you to? No, I came here on my own. Nemus, you haven't changed one bit. You wait, mediate, and reconcile. Are you also like this in Nassau Irsi? Do you also serve the Red Dragon like this? I just don't want to see a situation that could be improved deteriorate any further. Or people who could have cooperated fighting each other. If conflict is inevitable, you will only ever sink deeper into the mire. The city has tainted you with its darkness, Nemus. So, the leader, the Red Dragon, Evelyn will never give Nassau Irsi true life. Is that right, Lafshiny? She said she couldn't. She actually doesn't like to lie. Unless there are other circumstances. She's the leader of Tara, and the only Red Dragon. What could possibly be tying her hands? What's wrong, Nemus? You seem different. She's tainted. She's tainted also. Get it. I finally get it. Your Highness, Love-Shiny. It seems that fire can infect the living. Nemus? The people once depend on turned out to be a swarm of selfish parasites. The leader I once believed in turned out to be an evil dragon who doesn't care if anyone else lives or dies. The people I once put my life on the line to protect became the reason why my closest friends died. I can't even imagine what they would have done with him if that wicked dragon hadn't lit him up with her flames. Colin was right to ask what we would do once Samhain is over. What should I do? Other than revenge, there's nothing left for me either. Yep. As she utters these words, Love-Shiny sees a flame ignite within the final Nassau Irsian, left untainted by the purple fire. Your Highness, will you regard me the same as the rest of the residents? A servant of Eblana? No. This deadly disease, it has ultimately infected even the last person in the city. If so, Your Highness, then I swear to you that I will aid you in this dance that's been forced on you until the very end. Until the wicked dragon falls. I have heard your vow. Now, I must leave the city for a while. Come with me, Nemus. To the Wakeman? I have no hope of curing the flame here, so I thought we should seek aid from anyone who might be able to help. No, I can't go with you. I have no right to be there anymore. I will stay in the city, as long as the Red Dragon doesn't realize what's going on and tear me apart. I will try my best to keep the situation from deteriorating. Though, I would appreciate if you could return this whistle for me. And Cullen too. Please, give him a proper funeral. A proper funeral requires eulogies from friends and family, so I will write one. Could you read it for me there? Alright. Here, it's done. I will go with Reed. The dark woods aren't letting anyone in or out, but it should be smoother with us too. No, Bridget, you should stay too. I need your help. Reed? I will be fine by myself. That works, but Nemos, you're so different now. I guess this is what vengeance does to a person. I'm so in. I'm so fucking in right now. I like this story. I really, really like the story. Oh man. Sadly though, this is the moment where I need to end the stream. It's already 6 p.m. for me. Oh man, what a story. This is so cool. Oh my god. Okay, alright. Tomorrow, I'm going to I'm going to use this word again. I'm going to try to stream Arknights again tomorrow. And the plan is going to be to read this stream. And what a cool story. Holy shit. Oh man. So fucking cool. Alright, okay. Enough. Let me think. Yeah, I do this tree. Do this other tree. Maybe on Friday, then I could try to stream GFL1 story. So I will have a little bit more time, and it's going to be more likely that I'll be able to do a reverse collapse one. Yeah, maybe that would work. I'm really curious now to read the Eblanna's files too, but I think I should hold it for now in case I might end up getting some spoilers on it. Alright, this is the end of the stream. Thank you, Oikyo, for passing by. I'm going to eat something, take a bath, and then work on some drawings, a little bit more on my thesis if I'm lucky, and hopefully I will not drag myself into playing Minecraft until 4 AM again. Past midnight. Alright, that's everything. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.